morning my loves, happy Tuesday, welcome to another weekly vlog. Today's vlog is a little bit different. In my last vlog I said, sorry just going to turn these fans off. In my last vlog I said that I were potentially going to do a moving series. Now with what's gone on so far, I don't think there's enough to fill out an entirely new video, as in for a different series alongside my usual videos. We'll be doing some little bits on the move here, there and everywhere within my usual vlogs. So today we are going to start by decluttering the loft, or a little section of at least, because I feel the more organised I am with the house move, the better for everybody. I mean, the easier it will be to move all the boxes and maybe get rid of the rubbish before we leave this house. With some luck, we're still kind of up in the air about a few things, but hopefully everything's looking very good in our chain so far, and it's a very short chain as well. I will explain a little bit more later, but first of all we're going to go and declutter some of the loft. I think I've got about three empty boxes to kind of reorganise some stuff that's up there, and hopefully I'll be pulling down a couple of bags of rubbish. So I've got my bin liners ready to go, and we're just going to crack on with it and hopefully make a small dent. If I do a couple of boxes every couple of days or whatever, we'll be ready and sorted before we get our move date. So let's go in the loft and get things sorted. So we're going in the loft. We have got our bin liners. I have already brought the ladder down, and I've got my tripod up there, and I've also got my water bottle. I've also taken my phone with me as well, just in case I do anything stupid and get stuck or fall through the ceiling or, you know, something like that. So let's get on with it. And please do not judge me on the state of this loft, because it is the place where boxes come to spend the rest of their natural born lives, and things are probably rotting up here. Well, maybe not rotting, but they've been here a long time. So let's get cleared up. I mean, this is what we're working with to start with. I've got a lot of Christmas stuff, and yeah, that's my wedding dress over there actually, so it'll be nice to kind of have a trip down memory lane with that. Yeah, so as you can tell, I have got a lot of work to be doing. You're going to join me, and we're going to do maybe an hour up here, and then we'll have maybe some little pauses and stops and have a chat in between. I'm going to go from there. I'll update you on everything that's gone on with the house so far, and we are just going to have a sort it out moment. I genuinely don't even know where to start. I'm apologising for the lighting. I've literally got the really big neon strip light things going on behind the camera. We bought them not so long ago from Amazon. I don't think they cost a lot, but it lights this space up so much better, because we were literally, I don't know if you can see that, but we were literally using this tiny little torch light thing every time we were coming up here, and it wasn't very bright. So hopefully with the strip lights I'll be able to see everything. So many things. I think a lot of it is empty boxes from Christmas, because this year we invested in storage bags specifically for Christmas decorations and for Christmas trees and all the rest of it. So I'm hoping, keep your fingers crossed for me, that a lot of the stuff in that direction is empty bags and boxes from Christmas, which I can either reuse and fill with things that I need to pack away, or get rid of if they are not fit for purpose. Whether I pass a lot on to charity, I don't know yet. I'm just going to have to kind of get on with it and get through it, but there's an awful lot of stuff in here. So we better get going with it, and the aim today is to fill, I think I've got 3 boxes to kind of get organised, and if I can do 3 boxes I'll be happy for today, and I'll move on and I'll do another little bit at some other point. So we're going to do that right now. I think we're going to start with actually organising the Christmas decorations and going through the stuff over there and put them in a neater pile and a little bit of organisation, so I know what I'm taking with me and I know what I am getting rid of or relocating. So we're going to go over there and do that. problem with this is as well, I'm going to have to make a separate pile for Rob's things, because he keeps boxes for literally everything, which is fine and it's great, but he keeps everything as well. So do we need the boxes? Is it really viable that we keep literally every single box? So I mean, do I need a box for a liquid cooling tower for a gaming experience for his laptop, which he uses all the time? So I'm not sure he will need the box. But it's one of those things, you know, you can throw something out and then literally 2 weeks later he'll be going, have you seen the box for that? And then I've just got a guilty look on my face and going, no, absolutely not. Don't have a clue where it is. So do I keep it? Do I not keep it? I don't know. And this is a problem. Any of the bits that are mine I'm probably going to be a little bit ruthless with, but half the stuff in the loft is Rob's. So I'm going to want to tread a little bit carefully and not throw anything away that obviously will upset or hurt his feelings in any way, because there's got a lot of things from his childhood up here. Both of his parents are no longer with us, unfortunately, so everything that he owns is in this house. It's not at parents, and we have a lot of stuff, so I might have to just put his things to kind of one side and go through it with him at another time. Sorry, I am distracted because I have seen the biggest spider web over there in that corner. I'm not overly bothered about spiders, so I won't be freaking out, but it does make me a little wary that there's going to be some, like, I don't know, tarantula sized spiders in this loft. Look at this treasure though. Have you seen him? And yes, he still works. This is amazing. I might actually see, my kids are not really bothered about this, but this is from my childhood, and I know my niece, who's the same age as my daughter, absolutely loves the dinosaurs, which is what this little character is from. So I'm wondering if I might try and give him a new home, because I'm sure she'll look after him. Door stopper. Look at this! He's coming with us. Oh, see, these are Rob's. Look at him. Is that a full door? I think I just found a full door at the bottom of that little pile. So it's so warm upstairs in this loft that my camera has just decided to stop working. It has overheated and given up. So I am just going to probably hop on and off and show you little bits that I'm finding as I'm finding them, rather than trying to record it and do it as a time lapse, because it's so freaking warm up here and there is so much stuff. There's insulation shoved to the side, so we haven't got full use of the entire loft. Yeah, that's a long story, one for a completely other day. And then, yeah, I've managed to take it out, bag up a box of shoes that are far too old, far too dusty and far too damaged to pass on to anyone. So they've been launched down the steps and they're going to go to the tip. And yeah, I'm going to do some more work. I've got random things up here, like right now I'm looking at an extractor fan. I don't even know why there is an extractor fan in the loft, but it's exactly the same one as that I've got in my kitchen. So maybe I'm forgetting something that happened when we had the kitchen fitted, I don't know. And do you leave that here for the new owners just in case, or because yeah, I don't know. We've got an aerial, we've got several guitars because I used to play guitar like all the time. Don't play so much anymore, but I do have guitars everywhere up here. I found a few boxes of Rob things which I'm not going to go through because it is not my place to throw his stuff away, definitely not. So I am working through the boxes that are definitely mine, and I know 100% that is okay to either get rid of or clear out or do all those good things with. So yeah, I will see you in a second when I have found something else to show you. Hi guys, I'm giving up for the time being. It is so unbelievably warm up here. I have managed to go through this side of the garage. Now it's still kind of a little bit in disarray, but the reason for that is everything that I've left in boxes and not touched myself is things that belong to Rob or things that we need to go through together. Like I said before, I don't want to go through his stuff and just launch it because like practically everything from his childhood is up here, as is mine, but I am a lot less sentimental these days than he is, so I don't want to get rid of anything that he might want to keep. It also needs some organisation. It's not actually that bad. There's just a lot of stuff and it's all just been kind of plonked in the middle, but I've managed to make a bit of a walkway now, so I can freely walk over that side and freely kind of get towards the Christmas decorations, which are all in the bags down there. So I think we've made good progress. It's the first part of organisation, I suppose, and I guess you always feel like you're making more of a mess to start with. It is nice to see my wedding dress though, and I am so tempted to bring it out the loft and just try it on, and maybe that's ridiculous. I'm very tempted to do that at some point. I'm saying that's if I can get out of the loft, because in my really wise moment I have literally just chucked all the rubbish through the loft hatch, the hatch of the loft hatch. I have thrown all the rubbish straight through the hatch, and it has accumulated at the bottom of the step ladders, so this could be interesting. And this is the reason I bring my phone in the loft, and yes, hope that I don't get myself into too much trouble, because when I'm on my own, trouble tends to find me. Anyway, I'm going to go navigate this and I will join you downstairs in a moment. Hello my loves, we're back again. I have had a day of organising and trying to declutter the loft, as you will have seen. Not quite sure at this point how much you've actually seen because my camera overheated and decided to switch off. So I don't think I caught everything on camera. It was so warm up there today. So it's about 24-25 degrees outside today, so it's very warm and sunny anyway. And the loft is just like it's so warm. I wish I had taken my fan up with me. I wish I'd have taken one of the standing fans and put that there just whilst I was there, but even saying that, I think it had just blown warm air around. It was so warm. I felt like I was a little bit sweaty when I finished. So I did about an hour and a half up there. I managed to make a decent start. I got a full car full of rubbish, so there were some old boxes that weren't suitable for moving stuff, so they went to the tip. The old Christmas tree box went to the tip. 2 big pieces of carpet that were offcuts from what we've had put in here since we've moved to this house, and then a few bits of odds and ends that they were literally just rubbish, either random bits of paper that were neither use nor ornament, and some old baby clothes. And I think I had kept them for nostalgia reasons, but they were stained, so unusable, and they were also older baby clothes, so not like tiny baby clothes. And I have kept a couple of outfits of tiny baby clothes, so I haven't got rid of those memories, if you like, because I am borderline sentimental. there are certain things that make me sentimental, and obviously you don't want to get rid of things like first outfit and stuff like that. They will always be exactly where they should be in memory boxes. But I am not holding on to things that don't serve a purpose, and I am being a little bit brutal, especially with my own things. I've got to go through all of Rob's stuff with him as well. There's a lot of things up there from Rob's childhood, which will be nice to go through because we will see all the photos from his family and him as a child, which is a nice thing to kind of look back on and share with the kids as well. I did, like I say, go to the tip. The tip was manic. I don't even know why it was manic. I'm assuming it's manic because it's Tuesday and it's closed on Monday, but literally everybody in our local area must have been going to the tip today because the queue were like literally backing up on the road outside the actual waste disposal place. So many cars, and it took so long. I don't know if my children are bombarding me right now. This is a lot later than what I normally do this vlog. I am running late, by the way. Anyway, there is one bag of items left to get rid of. It's a bag full of shoes, and I missed, on the way into the tip, there's like some little bins near the entrance, and I think I missed the one. I have one bag left to get rid of the things that I've packed up today. It's a bag full of old shoes. Now, I am throwing them away. They are not usable. They're dusty and old and misshapen. They've been in a box under another box for maybe the last 5 or 6 years, so they are literally wrecked. I did check everything over, and it's such a shame that they're like that. If I'd have known they were there earlier and if I'd have remembered about them, I would have probably just kept them in circulation, because they were, yeah, just shoes that I used to wear for work when I worked in offices and all that kind of stuff. So it was a shame to get rid of them. But they're currently sat in the car, and I'm going to have to go back to the tip because they wouldn't accept me throwing them in general waste because there's a specific bin for it. But the length of the queue in the tip, there was just absolutely no way that I was going to go back into the waste recycling place and go to that bin. So they're currently sat in the car. There are some of my shoes, the Rob's old shoes as well, so that needs to be got rid of. But I'm feeling very positive that I have made a start, and the loft is looking a little less chaotic. It is still chaotic, please don't get me wrong. You will have seen the footage, and the place is piled high with all manner of things, and that's just been from like when we've had Christmas or autumn and we've taken autumnal decorations down and boxed them. But we've also like boxed some things up from downstairs that we weren't using at the time, and we've just put them in the loft, and we've done that every single season that we've decorated. So every time we have autumn and every time we have Christmas, we end up with more things in the loft. So I have to go through all that, and it's my own fault for doing it. It's my own fault for letting it get that bad. But we are starting now, ready for our move. So in terms of the move, we are not really any further. And we're kind of in a funny old place because our chain is very short, and we have our house sold. So we put our house on the market, and within 4 days of our house being in the market, it had sold, which is incredible, and it's very fast for the UK. Our buyers also had a very quick sale, so they had theirs on for maybe a week as well and sold within a week or close to a week, and they're selling to first time buyers, which means the chain is very short for us. So we have first time buyer, and then our buyers, and then us, and then the guy that we are buying from, but he is no upward chain, so we're literally buying his house. We don't have to wait for him to move out or anything like that. So we are currently at the point where we are waiting for, I believe it's a document called the memorandum of sale, which comes up the chain. So the first time buyer needs to give that to our buyer so that our buyer can give us a memorandum of sale so that we can give our seller a memorandum of sale. I hope that kind of makes sense. That's how I understand it anyway. So we haven't got to a solicitor point yet, and it just feels very uncertain. So like, as far as I am concerned, we have sold our house to the couple that have come and viewed it, and we have agreed a price with them. It's very black and white in my head. the reality of that is it could change at any point. Our buyers could pull out, their buyers could pull out, our seller could pull out, so everything's kind of just a waiting game, and it isn't a particularly pleasant waiting game in the slightest, and we have had a fair few days of stress, and we feel like it is a stressful process. I don't think it's never not a stressful process when you're moving house. It's the first time that we have sold a house, so a lot of this is very new territory for us because this is our first house that we owned. So we're just kind of working our way through that, and very much heavily relying on our friends who are our estate agents, and they have been fantastic, and they are guiding us in the best way that they absolutely can, and we really appreciate that. But it's just that stress of waiting and it being really unknown, because for whatever reason our seller could turn around and tell us that he has chosen to sell it to somebody else, a cash buyer. I mean, and to change the chain at this point for everyone would be I think it'd be really daft to make that move. So I'm hoping everything falls into place, but the fact of the matter is buying houses in the UK is not straightforward, and things can go wrong right up until moving day, and things could not work out the way we want them to. So we are very mindful of that, because I think the house that we are buying is literally our dream house, and it's the only one that we would like to move for. So if that falls through for whatever reason, it means that we will probably pull out of selling this house, which is awful because I don't want to let our buyers down, and they won't want to let their buyers down. So I've got everything crossed that that doesn't happen, and I'm hoping that we get this dream house of ours. But yeah, it's a little bit of an unknown time, which causes a lot of stress and anxiety, and that's probably why I'm so late with this video, because I've been trying to think and fathom out what I can do to make that process faster for everybody. I'm trying to keep in contact with our buyers, and Rob is trying to keep in contact with our seller, and hoping to keep that line of communication really quite open, which can only help in my opinion, because if we all work for the same date, then surely that's what we will get. So yeah, that's kind of the update on the house move situation. I've decided, I think I mentioned it earlier, but if I didn't, I've decided not to do a separate series for the house moving, because as it currently stands, I don't think there would be enough content specifically on that to have a whole series like situated around it. I understand like the ins and outs on it, I'm reading up on everything, but ask me to explain it to someone else, I'd find that really difficult. So me giving you information on stuff that I don't explain very well would be absolutely pointless. So I'm just gonna mix a few little moving day bits in with my regular content. Anyway, enough about the house moving stuff. I've got to share with you the most incredible series that I have fallen into on Audible. So last vlog I had the full intention of starting my summer TBR list, and I still have that intention, but I have been slightly distracted. So I am an Audible listener as well as a physical book reader. So I am very nearly finished my absolutely beloved Anne of Green Gables, well, the second book in the series of Anne of Green Gables. This is Anne of Avonlea, and I've been reading it for quite a while because I'm just doing a chapter a night when I'm settling down to go to sleep. During the daytime I've been listening to an Audible series of books called The Crow Investigations by Sarah Painter, and I'm currently on book 5, maybe about the halfway point in book 5, and it's an unput-downable series. If you like cosy mysteries or crime, like cosy crime books, and fantasy as well, it's got an edge of magic to to it, so it's not too unthinkable, if that makes sense. So it's not outlandishly crazy magic, it's just like subtle little hints of magic dotted throughout this series, and I am finding it so good. I cannot stop listening to it. It is the first thing that I think about as soon as the kids are in school in the morning. I've even been going to school with my headphones so I can put my headphones straight on and start listening to these books because they are utterly fantastic. I have spent far too much money on Audibles this month because I pay for the subscription, but the credits don't cover my amount of reading or listening on there, if you like. So I've spent probably far too much on Audible content this month so far, and we are only on the 14th of the month. But it's very enjoyable, and like I say, if you enjoy cozy crime or cozy mystery or anything like slightly fantasy based, this is the series for you. It is so good. The main character gives total like tenacity like the entire time you're reading and listening about her. She's just, yeah, she's formidable, I guess. She's very strong, female lead. Her name is Lydia, and she has a very complicated relationship with her family. Yeah, without giving too much away, she has always been brought up outside her family, like inner circle, if you like, and her mum and dad kept her away from most of the family going on. But as she's got older, she's come back to where she grew up as a child, and she has accidentally found herself in the midst of family affairs, and it's so good. It's just unputdownable, and I can't wait to find out what happens to the rest of the series. I think it's actually 10 books in the series, and I am currently about halfway through, so I'm really excited to see where this goes and what happens to Lydia and her story, because there's a little bit of a love interest in there. There's a old flame that kind of sits in the background as well, so that's kind of nice to see how she interacts with that person as well. It's a lot like depth of character for me. So like Lydia's character is so deep. She's not just black and white, and she's very three-dimensional. There's so many ins and outs to her character, and it's exactly how I assume someone would react in these situations. And it's just like continuously having to keep going after things go wrong and things you don't expect to happening around you, and this character's she just keeps going. The amount of tenacity, like I said, is just amazing in this character. And there's a lot of other lovable characters that kind of dance in and out of her life too. So definitely check those out if you are up for an audible or an audiobook. Here we go. Definitely check those out if you are up for an audiobook to listen to this summer. It kind of ticks the box of cozy crime, and it's not, I wouldn't say it was a seasonal read, because it's kind of spread out throughout the years, and it doesn't follow the story. The timeline kind of sits across the whole year rather than any one particular season, so it's not a seasonal book. You could pick it up at any time and feel like it is a good read. Yeah, I actually need to fill out my I don't know if you guys remember, I have been keeping track of my reads in my journal, which I haven't actually filled out for a while. And I was thinking about this earlier. I was filling out the Lydia Millen Evergreen prompted journal, and I haven't done that for a fair few weeks, so I feel like I'm going to have a journaling session very soon. I might actually put that on my list of things to do tomorrow, and hopefully I will film a little bit more this week and get a little bit organised with my content, because since Ewan's been in the hospital my head has been all over the place for several different reasons, and I'm not blaming one specific thing, but I have been a bit mushy in the brain. Lots of stuff, little tiny things going on in every aspect of my life right now, and we are creeping up slowly to some holidays for the kids. They are about to break up on Friday, and I am not ready, so I am very much looking forward to having my kids at home, and I'm looking forward to days out and day trips and lazy mornings and slow starts and not having to rush places, but I feel very unorganised, and normally I've bought a couple of little crafty things to keep them entertained on days we can't really go out, or things to do in the garden, water bombs, chalks, that kind of thing. So I need to go and do a little shopping trip to preempt that season, and I'm going to have to do a shopping trip pretty quickly, so I'll either have to do that tomorrow or the day after. Teacher gifts are also going to teachers this week, so I'm hoping that they'll be okay. I did figure out the one that I missed. I managed to get pretty much the same things with like slight variation on a couple of bits, but I'm happy with the way the teacher gifts came out, and the kids are happy with them. The kids wrote the cards yesterday, so they're all organised, ready to go, and tomorrow they're going in their football shirts, which helps because it means that I don't have to find uniform, but I've got to make sure that the football shirts are looking in relatively decent order. I just bought the red ones from Tesco's, to be honest, because we're not massive, I mean, go England and everything, but we're not massive football supporters. But yeah, school having a football day, and that's what the kids are doing tomorrow. Yeah, there will be probably a different kind of update next week. I will not concentrate on moving content next week, but I will be chipping away at my loft and probably any other room that springs to mind. Well, springs to mind, I'll be doing every single room before we go anywhere, so I am just currently working on the loft like we've done today. I've picked a few boxes out to save for packing up and organising things, and yeah, let's get organised for that. Let me know how you got on with any house moves that you've done, and also, did you use a moving company? Because this is going to be our next thing. Once we are set with some kind of date and we are a bit further down this journey that is house buying and selling, we will be seriously consider a house moving company. Now, I don't want anyone to pack my stuff, but as far as the furniture is concerned, I really want someone to come and move my furniture. I built it all, and most of it's IKEA. And I'm not bad at an IKEA flat pack. My brain works quite logically in that sense. But the thought of having to take doors off things and take panels off things and unscrew everything and flat pack it to flat pack it back up at the other end fills me with absolute dread. Rob is not a DIYer. I'm probably more of the DIYer in the house, so we are seriously considering a moving company. Yeah, so what has your experience been with moving companies? Have you had a good experience? Were they worth the pay? Were they worth the payout? Did you have a good experience or a bad experience with them? Are they local to us? We are currently in the Bradford area, on the outskirts of Bradford, and we're moving towards Halifax. Oh no, it'd be pretty central Halifax actually. Yeah, we're not too far. So our new postcode would be HX2, I believe, if I'm remembering that right, if everything goes right. So we are moving to like pretty central to Halifax. So it's not a massive move, it's like 20 to 30 minute drive from where we are currently. Yeah, if you've got any recommendations on house moving companies, please put them in the comments below. And let me know how you're doing as well. It'd be lovely to hear from anyone who is having a lovely week, done something different, or even if you just want to say hi, that'd be amazing. And thank you as ever for watching, and if you have got to any point in the video, please give me a thumbs up, it really helps, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You can hear my kids screaming in the background. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and support the channel, because it means the world to me, and I cannot wait to share this house moving journey with you as I get more into it and we get to the new house. I can't wait to do the house tour with you guys, I really can't. There's so much that's going on in my head. Like, it is our dream home, as I've said, and when we went to go visit, it felt like home when we walked in, so my brain automatically unpacked my entire kitchen into that space, and there's so many ideas buzzing around my head and Rob's head, and no doubt the kids' head, just of how they want the garden and how they want their bedroom. So there'll be so much to kind of follow along with, and it's quite an exciting time, if not a little bit stressful. But sorry about that, guys. I am signing off now. I won't go on for too much longer. I understand that I've waffled and probably quite a lot today. Yes, so thank you so much for coming with me to attempt the start of decluttering the house for moving. I appreciate the company, even if my camera did kind of decide to overheat up there. I mean, it was very warm, I can't blame it. I felt overheated by the time I was finished. Yeah, I've got to do some journaling and some prompted journaling, and I've got to get the kids to bed, and I've got to edit all this video tonight and get it out as soon as possible. So I don't know whether I'm going to post this tomorrow now, or if I'm going to see how it goes. I'm not promising myself anything, but yes, hopefully next week we'll be slightly more back on track and a little bit more organised. I am going to love you and leave you for the week. I hope you have an incredible rest of your week, soon as it's only, which Tuesday for me, it might be Wednesday for you when you see this. Have a great week though, and any tips, tricks, or just little nuggets of information on house buying and selling and moving would be incredible. Please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for me, it really helps. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully there will be nice easy breezy videos, because the kids may be involved in some parts of them, because it is some holidays and I'm not sure if I can do 6 weeks of filming without getting them involved at some point. We will see how it goes. I hope you have a great week anyway, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Bye.